About reframing and look at some different examples. The first one is the smell of a great cheese is thought of as wonderful in a cheese shop. But that same smell of that stinky cheese, if you were standing over a sewer grate, is pretty darn repulsive. Now, just that little spin in our heads about what this smell means makes a huge amount of difference in our perception of whether it's good or it's bad. Similarly, if we spin our returns in the stock market and we have a 5% gain, but we know that the stock market has been going up 15%, we feel horrible. But if we have a 5% gain when the stock market goes down 15%, we feel great. Again, our perspective, the way we look at things, influences how we feel about them, and if we can reframe them, we'll make better decisions. Now, I have Tiger Woods listed here. Tiger Woods did an interesting thing in I believe it's the 2012 Masters tournament. And he was winning the tournament, and then he bogeyed the last two holes to end up in a tie and have to play extra holes to win the Masters. And he was very distraught after losing the last two holes, after bogeying the last two holes to lose his lead. And so his caddy, knowing that he had to reframe the way Tiger was thinking, not that you just lost two holes, but that like we're still in this, we're okay. As they're walking to the tee to go play the extra hole, the caddy asked Tiger a question. And he said, "Hey Tiger, at the beginning of the week, if I told you that we'd be in a playoff to win the Masters, would you have taken that result?" And he said, "Well, yeah, of course." And he says, "Good. That's what you got. Now let's go win." And of course, he did win. And that reframing from his caddy, that little psychological change in the way he was thinking about things, he felt bad that he was in a playoff instead of feeling, hey, this is actually good. He reframed it, and he thought about whether this is really a good position or a bad position. It changed his emotions, and he was able to win the tournament. In addition to that, a friend of mine met me once and told me that he had a new job. And he was feeling kind of bad about it, actually. He was a little scared, a little worried, a little nervous. And I was so excited for him and his job. I really thought it would be a fantastic opportunity for him. And he actually still works there decades later because it was such a good opportunity. He agreed with me eventually. But at that moment, I just reframed everything he said. And I go, this is the greatest opportunity you've ever had. And you were so smart to take advantage of it. This is fantastic. And he was so scared about his job. And he's like, I don't know if I did the right thing. And I'm worried about security of my family and so on. And I just spun him around and kept telling him in many different ways how great this opportunity was and how wonderful he's going to do. And years later, he told me that moment when we were sitting there sharing a beer and he was telling me about his new job, that moment was when he decided that, hey, this is a good thing. I'm really happy I did this. And he still feels that way to this day. So reframing, just spinning the way you're thinking about the same situation. The situation didn't change for Tiger Woods. The situation of the smell of cheese doesn't change no matter where you are. But how you think about it does. Tiger Woods' score didn't change. His caddy changed his reflection and his opinion of that score. Money doesn't change. It's the way we change work from one person to another. Debt doesn't change. It's leverage. It's always been leverage. It always will be leverage. But when you think about it that way, you make different decisions. So reframing is the first of many, many theories. We will keep going and move on to the next theory here coming up.